diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Tevin Singleton, who's a cornerback out of Bowie State. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Can you just describe to our viewers a bit about your overall career?
My career been amazing at Bowie State. One of the first black HBCUs out here, man, and just been overwhelmed a lot this past 2 years.
Cool. So, I realize that you're a corner. What positions in the secondary have you mainly played?
I played outside corner and a nickel spot.
Cool. So, what would you say are some of the key attributes of an elite corner?
Reaction and IQ for me.
All right. So, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who do you think is like the best corner in the league right
I'll say Stephon Gilmore.
now? All right.
Stephon Gilmore, yeah, or Marcus Peters for me.
No, that's cool. So I mean, whoever sees this thing, it'll be like, that's what this guy thinks. So, yeah, there's a lot of good talent out there. So, but you don't necessarily compare yourself to them, do you? I mean, who would you compare yourself to?
Oof. I would compare myself to Patrick Peters. That's my overall.
All right. Well, that's cool. I mean, you're obviously talking about some of the elite guys in the league. So, what would you say is like the best thing that you bring to the table? What do you think is your best attribute?
My IQ to the game. I feel like if I'm smarter than you coming in and know what I want to do and maintain it throughout the game, I feel like I won already.
Great. So, so what's been your situation, for the past several months? I mean, obviously you guys aren't playing right now. You're just kind of, playing the waiting game as to whether or not they'll let you play either now or sometime in the spring. Talk to me about what you've been doing. What's your situation like, with coronavirus quarantine business?
Just been training, lifting, and field work. Staying in meetings with my coaches and teammates to keep our mind fresh as we go into, like you said, the spring. If we have a season or upcoming fall, next fall is for us to keep our mind generated about new plays and basic plays and stuff like that.
So as you're training right now, is like there maybe one part of your game that you're trying to work on, like more specifically to better yourself?
I'm no. It's just I'm trying to do everything still, everything that incorporates to the game and master it to my full ability.
Cool. So I guess just for the most part, I mean, you're talking more so like about just, staying in shape, and just kind of focusing on just like kind of being the overall corner.
Yeah.
Okay. So I realize that you were recently named a team captain. So talk to me about that. What does that mean to you? What kind of a leader are you for your football team?
To me, I feel like I'm an action, so I'm not very vocal, but you can see in my game to where I can show you if you come up to me one-on-one or as a group, I can show you what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done. Don't do that, do this. I feel like I got that ability that can be added as a captain.
Great. So I was just going to ask you, walk me through the film room a little bit. So I mean, we're breaking down your opponent. You're in there. Talk to me maybe about some of the things that you break down there.
I break down the receivers. They give us a breakdown sheet throughout each week. I break down each receiver by their routes, what they like to do, if they're a quick guy, deep route guy, or if they move around a lot. So that's why I do it. So the coaches help me out a lot with that instead of just watching film.
Cool. I have in my notes that you actually had a couple of block kicks on special teams, which, to be quite honest with you, Tevin, I mean, I feel like that's where a lot of guys end up cutting their teeth in the NFL. And the fact that you have those to your account, I feel like that's going to help you at the very least see some playing time, for some ball clubs. So, talk to me about those experiences. Being on special teams and such.
We emphasize that on the team. Um, three parts of the game: offense, defense, special teams. We take special teams very important. So we got a chance to block a kick and get some points off of it. Let's go all in. Let's go get that kick. Let's go block everything we can.
Cool. And next question for you is really just to, I don't know, tell me about a memorable play or moment. I mean, I know we just talked about you on special teams, but I mean, talk to me about a moment that really just sticks out to you that you're willing to share.
My very short freshman year, it was actually my first pick. My my first pick of my very short freshman year. Got the game-winning pick against Winston-Salem to close out the game and end it. And it was a huge game because it's like a big rivalry. We just lost between that team twice in the CIAA championship the previous 2 years. So I feel like that came in big time for me.
Cool. So really just wanted to ask you, well, I mean, who are you outside of football? I mean, what are you doing there as a student? What's your major? And really just anything about you that you're willing to share.
And my major is I'm a business marketing major. So I like to help people. My best thing is help people and bring them up as I go up. So like you said, teamwork is a big thing for me. And I learned that through football, throughout life, growing up. You can't do anything by yourself. I've learned that throughout life.
All right. And I was just going to ask you, like, is there anything like that you do like outside of football, like hobbies or, you know, um, any passions in your life that you're willing to, chat about just a little bit?
I play video games, Madden, Call of Duty, 2K. I feel like I try to learn a lot of things. I play a little bit of basketball. I haven't played as much as I did when I was younger because I try to strictly focus on football, but I can get a little quick buckets and all that, a little quick something.
No, I hear you, man. I mean, I don't play as much these days because I got some bad knees and ankles and stuff. So I mean, I kid you not, like each and every time I go out there and play basketball, like I mess up my ankle. It's just the way that it goes. So it's like, yep, and Jimmy's out for like a month because he fell on his ankle again. Oh darn. So but no, man. So as we start to wrap up a little bit, I do want to give you the opportunity to give some shout outs to a few guys, give some love to some people that have really helped you along the way. Talk to me first about your mentors, maybe a coach or a mentor that has really just inspired you in some way, has really helped you, become the person that you are today.
Well, my mentors, I would say, there's a couple people. He was my receiver coach back at Singleton. His name Michael Brown. Like I referred to Coach Coleman. He was my DB coach in my sophomore year at Singleton. Coach Sewell, that's my current D coordinator right now. Coach Mohan is my current DB coach at Bowie. And Coach Wilson for willing to bet on me and make me the man I am today on and off the field.
Neat. So you were a wide receiver mostly in high school. Is that what you're trying to get at, or no?
Nah, I played receiver. I thought I was going to college for receiver, but my defense coordinator soon said, "Nah, they're gonna change you to cornerback of Bowie." So I just took the challenge and learned the technique more, and that's my senior year came in.
No, it's all right, man. I mean, you figure it all depends on who you end up with, because I mean, like, shoot, like sometimes you'll end up on a squad and they'll be like, well, we don't have a spot for you, here, maybe you want to learn a different position. So
Right.
I don't know, whatever, you just got to be able to go with the flow,
Right.
So again, kind of like the same thing that I'd asked you before. I mean, any teammates there at Bowie State that we really need to know? Like maybe some guys that you want to give a shout out to that you've played with in the past?
Um, Currently, right now, Joshua Pryor, D tackle for us. Dimitri Morsil, the other corner, he made first team All American, everything. This past year. Um, Previous years, I would say Roger Richardson and William Flowers, because I feel like they made me believe what my abilities were. So they helped my game a lot, definitely.
Cool. Um, I realize you guys are D2, but I mean, with the recent news of like Dion ended up being a coach in the HBCU for Jackson State, I'm thinking to myself, like, time's coming where like there's going to be a lot more respect given to HBCU schools. So I mean, Bowie State and a lot of others are just going to end up getting better and better. Yeah, lot of great things coming up. I mean, one of the guys that you mentioned, Joshua Pryor, very high on my list. You know, I realize he's just a junior, but even as a junior, I feel like he's an excellent D tackle. So I look forward to talking to him next year. So, hey man, I know it's a little corny, but I do ask everybody this question: give me your why. Why do you play football?
My why is for my family. But what got me into the game, I don't know, it was just a bunch of people on my street back then that was just throwing the football around. I just fell in love with the game since then.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys do that. I mean, shoot, we were playing in the street because I mean, we didn't really have a lot of you know places to actually play like a yard or whatever like where we were at. So it's just kind of how it is. And then of course you go out for a pass and you end up hitting somebody's truck and you you cut open your leg. That's what happened to me. It's just so stupid, but it's true. Um, hey man, give me your final pitch to a professional team. What would they be getting if they signed you?
You're getting a technically sound corner that knows the game in and out. He wants to play every down of the game if possible. Um, Bring a lot to the game for me. I love the game. It's my passion, and I'm just trying to go all in.
Great. So I mean, Tevin, I have you listed 5'10", 180. I mean that kind of it is what it is. I mean, some guys would want you out there, on the end, or might want to bring you in at nickel, which you've done. So I think that that's a great thing that you bring to the table is a little bit of versatility in that regard. And then of course, again, like I had said before, I mean, I feel like somebody's going to put you on special teams and be like, go get that ball. So, and I know that you can do that. So, Tevin, I do wish you best of luck moving forward, man. It's obviously a wacky year with, all this football like being postponed and whatnot. But I mean, whenever you do hit the field again, man, I wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Again, this is Tevin Singleton. He's a corner out of Bowie State. Thanks again.